Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to dive into more of what you can all learn about thrifting. To first start off, we're going to start with the thrift store location. So first off, there's Goodwill, which is a nonprofit, and in addition, there's Salvation Army, which those are all around the U.S. and out along the world, and they're just two mainly pretty well-known stores. The good thing to know is most Goodwills are open 7 days a week, but Salvation Army tends to close on Sundays because it is kind of religious based. Going off of that, there's also online stores like Depop, which is an online reseller for clothing, as well as Whatnot, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Poshmark. You can also clothes, and some of those you can sell things like cars or appliances and just a lot of things. Other stores include Plato's Closet. It's kind of like more of an upscale thrift store, as well as antique stores, flea markets, garage sales, estate sales, stuff like that. Moving forward, what can you thrift? At a thrift store, you can thrift things like clothing, furniture, home decor. That includes like fleeces. I thrifted this fleece. Things like jewelry organizers and books, DVDs, electronics, the whole bit. What not to donate? I would definitely say strollers, car seats, kitchen knives, any open or used cosmetics, and vacuum cleaners, because there's reasons to all of these. Strollers, car seats, and helmets, when they're pre-used, there's like a safety concern, and stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army don't want that to fall back on them for selling an unsafe product. Furthermore, things like reusable bags and vacuum cleaners, most of the time they just are either returned, the reusable bags are just thrown away because the thrift store doesn't really need them or can sell them. No one's really buying them. So just so you know what not to donate, it's better to recycle. Furthermore, how to identify a vintage tag. So there's certain tags like Made in the USA, a lot tag, and the ILGWU stands for International Ladies Garment Workers Union, as well as paper tags, because these are all from 20 years or before. Another thing, there are important times to go thrifting. So Monday to Wednesday is probably the best time to go thrifting, because you're not surrounded by people. It's not super busy. It's easy to park. Most people are at work or just gonna go home and not gonna try to go out and go thrifting in the middle of the day. The best time of day to go thrifting, however, is at morning or night. People don't want to wake up, so they're not going to go. People are getting ready for bed, so they're not going to be there. So that, just according to Mary, which is another source. Another important thing, especially as a student in college, are the discounts. So Goodwill has certain discounts every first and third Tuesday of each month. You get 20% off your purchase, as well as Salvation Army has student discounts half off on Thursdays. So I know I said Monday to Wednesday is the peak days to go, but if you're really wanting to keep a budget or just shop at the cheapest moment, it's best to go on Thursdays as a student. Don't forget your ID though, because they will need that. And another thing is charitable donations and taxes. So your donations to a charitable cause like Salvation Army or Goodwill can actually be deducted on your taxes. I made it a little like acronym to remember this. It's called Give Back. So give to qualified organizations. Things that you donate to like a person won't be able to be written off. That's why it's good to give to like Goodwill, donate to Salvation Army, or just other thrift stores in your town. Itemize your deductions. You must file the 1040 use Schedule A to complete the deduction. Value donations fairly. if you scan these QR codes, you will know how to value your products that you donate at a fair market value. So yeah, exclude benefits received. You shouldn't be getting any benefits back for some reason, but that's just what the IRS says. Bank of written records required. Always keep proof of your donation. When you donate, the place that you're donating will give you a receipt. So have that. Acknowledgement for $250 plus. Complete an 8283 form if needed. And that should be only for cash gifts over $500, so that shouldn't affect you if you're donating to a thrift store. But also no fair market value. Again, QR codes are important. So just to recap on all the topics that we covered: thrift store locations, what you can thrift and what not to donate or expect to thrift, how to identify a vintage item, the best time of day to go thrifting, students or discounts as a student, and also how to just know how to excuse me, deduct your charitable donations on your taxes. So thank you for all coming here. These are my references, and I hope you enjoyed.